home.
Hello and welcome to Jeopardy at Home. I'm your host, Alec Winchell. If anyone in the state of California knows how to coerce a man into taking a paternity test, please let me know. And there's no time to waste today. We have the match to end all matches, a returning champion, and two feisty contestants with plenty to prove. Let's meet who's going to be playing today. First, we say hello to Alexa, who comes to us from Los Angeles, California. Alexa, how are you?
I'm gasping for air right now.
A nervous Nelly, but you're probably not the only one. Brad, we say hello to you all the way from Nashville. Brad, are you a little bit scared?
No, I am calm, cool, and collected, Alex.
Well, there's only one person who we know has a victory under his belt. We say hello to James from New York. James, how do you feel?
I feel dangerous, Alec.
We got three solid contestants and a wonderful board. But before we start, we like to get to know the people who will be competing. Alexa, I know that during quarantine, you've been chefing it up quite a bit. What's your go-to dish?
Soft scramble, easy.
Gross. Brad, you're from the South, a good old Southern boy. Do you know why nobody likes country music?
I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone loves country.
And James, you are currently the highest point scorer in the history of Jeopardy at Home. What motivated you? What put a fire in your belly during game one?
The fear of failure and disappointing my family.
Too true. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the board. There are 5 categories today. Remember that when you select a clue, we'll navigate to it. I'll read it aloud, and then you'll pop that hand up when you think you've got the response. And you'll chime in if I call on you. Make sure to phrase it in the form of a question. And I think that's all we need to know. Let's take a look at the categories. First, Super Bowl ads, stars, wars, populous U.S. cities. I'll give you the anagram of a U.S. city in top 25 total population. You want scrambled. And then unsolved mysteries. Alexa, you're squinting the most. The board is yours. Please make your selection.
I'm going to go for 400 stars.
This constellation is named after a hunter.
Oh, you mean literal star constellation?
We've got no hands popping up. No answers. And that is Orion. What is Orion? I'm hearing some echo. Are you guys hearing that? Let's see what we can do real quick.
You're fine.
I'm back, and hopefully that's a little bit better. It's not better at all. If you've got headphones nearby, go ahead and use them. If not, we'll power through because there's nothing more important than trivia. Alexa, we go back to you for another selection.
Great. Let's do Unsolved Mysteries 600.
This American serial killer sent cryptic letters to Bay Area press. James.
Who's the Zodiac killer?
That is correct.
How did you get
selection.
that?
Alec, let's go to war for 1,000.
So we shall. World War I began when Archduke Franz Ferdinand's assassination sparked conflict between these two nations. I believe that's James first.
What are Hungary and Austria?
That is incorrect.
Incorrect. Yep.
Someone else care to chime in? Nothing from the peanut gallery. It's complicated. We're looking for Austria-Hungary and Serbia. James, the word is yours again.
Let's just go wars 800.
The Korean War came to a stalemate at the 38th parallel, and this neutral area was formed. James.
What is the DMZ?
That is correct. Your board again, James.
Let's go wars 600.
This phrase describes the barrier between the Soviets and the West during the Cold War. James?
What is the Berlin Wall?
That is incorrect. Do we have another answer? We have nothing. We're looking for what is the Iron Curtain. James, yours again. A little quiet from confident Brad there in the middle. Can he turn it around?
Oh my
Nice to meet, Alec.
let's finish off the category. War is 400.
The Battle of the Bulge occurred during this war. Brad,
World War II.
50% shot, and you are correct. Brad, the board is yours.
Let's do Super Bowl ads, 800.
A 2011 ad titled The Force went viral for this car company. Brad,
Ford.
that is incorrect. Do we have another answer?
No.
Alexa,
I take it back.
never mind. Remember to phrase it in the form of a question. What is Volkswagen is what we were looking for. Brad, yours again.
Super Bowl ad 6.
Ridley Scott once directed a 1984 themed commercial for this company. James,
What is Apple?
that is correct.
Let's go Unsolved Mysteries for 1,000.
Okay, swinging big. This pseudonym refers to the unidentified man who hijacked a plane in 1971 and parachuted away with the ransom. Brad, you were first there. Let's go with Brad.
Who is DB Cooper?
That is correct. What an answer. Brad, it's your board.
Let's stay hot. Unsolved Mysteries, 800.
Okay. This British settlement became known as the Lost Colony after the disappearance of its inhabitants. James.
What is Jamestown?
That is incorrect.
No.
Brad.
What is Roanoke?
That is correct. He does stay hot.
Good.
Your next selection,
Let's finish off the category for 400.
if you say so. This 19th century killer stalked the streets of London for his victims. Cut out a little bit there, but I think James was first.
Who is Jack the Ripper?
That is correct.
What's up?
Oh, you're not wrong.
Alexa, during this intermission, I just want to encourage you, if you have an answer, go ahead and throw it out.
I don't have an answer.
Nothing to lose except pride, shame, and embarrassment. James, your selection.
Let's go Super Bowl ads for 1,000.
A 30-second spot during last year's game cost an average of this many $1 million. Brad.
What is 5?
That is correct. Brad, you're bored.
Populous U.S. cities, 1,000.
So remember, I'm giving you an anagram and you are unscrambling it. Remember to phrase it in the form of a question. Pain, soil, and I. Brad.
What is Indianapolis?
That is correct.
Populous cities, 800.
Wonky Cry Tie. Anybody, somebody, nobody, looking for what is New York City.
Populous cities, 600.
ID Otter. Brad.
What is Detroit?
That is correct. Care to finish the category?
Let's do it, 400.
Hail Paid Help. Brad.
What is Philadelphia?
That is correct. A man certainly looks hot. Your next clue.
Let's do Super Bowl ads, 400.
This beer brand's heart-wearing, I suppose, 2014 ad featured a dog and a Clydesdale. I looked away and saw, let's just go ahead and say Alexa was first. Alexa, what's your answer?
What is Budweiser?
That is correct. Alexa, you're bored.
Let's do Stars 1000.
Okay, swinging big. This is the brightest star visible from Earth. Brad was first.
What is the sun?
That is incorrect. Alexa.
Orion.
That is. We generally don't like to repeat answers, but I appreciate the tenacity. James, do you have an answer?
No.
Sirius A is the brightest star visible from Earth. We return to Brad. I'm sorry, we return to Alexa.
Oh. Let's do Stars 800.
Okay. The red supergiant phase directly precedes this stage in the life of a massive star. Brad?
What is supernova?
That is correct.
Wow.
That's a classic star phrase. You knew that was in there somewhere. All right, we're finishing it off for 600. This term describes when two stars in close orbit around each other. This term describes two stars in close orbit around each other. No answers for the final one. No one venturing a guess. James, to get in the positive? No, we are looking for what is a binary system. That brings us to the end of the main board. In a relatively close contest, we have Alexa in third place with negative 600 points. Coming in second, we have James with 0 points. And then in first by a hair, Brad with 4,200 points. So here's how it's going to go. You know your point totals now. We're going to go ahead to Final Jeopardy. I'd like you to write down your wager on a piece of paper on your phone. You're going to show it to me after you actually answer the question. So Summer Olympics is the category. Alexa, you have negative $600 to play with. James, you've got 0 to play with. And Brad with 4,200 to mess around with. Write down your wager. After you're all ready, I'll navigate to the clue. You'll hear that beautiful melody for 30 seconds as you think about what you'd like. You go ahead and write down your answer again on your phone or on a piece of paper, and we'll take a look at the final scores. I think that you've got your bets in, and we're just about ready to go. Summer Olympics. These were the last 2 American cities to host the Summer Olympic Games. That song gets my body moving. Let's go ahead and take a look at our results. We start with Alexa, negative 600 points. Alexa, show us your wager.
6,000.
Okay, you only had 600, but I'll think that you're risking it all. Now, Alexa, what was your response?
I don't have a
Okay, unfortunately, that does drop you down to negative 1,200. A valiant effort in a close game. James, we go to you with 0 points. What was your wager?
0.
Okay. And James, what was your response?
I had Los Angeles and Lake Placid.
Los Angeles and Lake Placid. You were halfway there, but unfortunately, that is incorrect. You end with a final score of 0. We go now to Brad, 4,200 points. What was your wager?
2,000.
2,000, a big bet, confident on the Olympics. What was your response?
Oh shit. I put Rio and Seoul.
Rio and Seoul, neither are in America, but they were hosts of
America.
the Olympics. We're looking for American cities. So James was correct that it was Los Angeles in 1984 and then Hotlanta in 1992. LA and Atlanta, the responses we were looking for. But it doesn't matter. Brad with 2,200 points, the champion of Game 5. An impressive feat. A king. Anchor down for that man. Congratulations, Brad.
Wow, this is awesome.
I want to play again.
Maybe we'll do a losers tournament at some point for people who only got negative scores. We were exploring that possibility. I want to congratulate all the contestants. James with a fantastic game under his belt already. Brad with the potential to become the first back-to-back Jeopardy at Home champion. Good job, everybody. We'll see you Tuesday for the next game.